there's a difference between wanting something and needing something,
Okay,
right?
we are on the air. I'm going to turn my volume down. I come on just a few minutes early for anybody who wants to play. Because we're going to play. See if I can find me. Videos. There I am. Let's see where we are. Let me update. I can't find it. Ah, there I am. Just had to refresh the page. Got a little bit of a hot mess going on here on my table. I think I'm a multitasker. Hi guys. I come on early. I snuck in early so we could, you know, get messy and do something. Oh, Holly, almost. Christy was it. Christy beat you. Christy beat you by well, not even a second. You all tied. Both of you come in at 6:04 exactly. So Holly, you have to split. You have to split it with Christy. Hi, Joycey, Barb, and Barb. I was writing your name down a minute ago. I was writing down all the people who commented on the marble video, and I couldn't read the small print, but it's Fillon, right? Fillon. For some reason, I had a T in there because all of the I's and the L's started blurring. But it's Fillon. Hi, Betsy. Oh, Holly's going to share. Thank you, Holly. That's the way to go. Oh, it's one L. Filion. Okay. Thank you, Barb. My print is it's so small. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's just so tiny. Whew. I got bifocals and they don't. I think I need to have them upped or something so I can read the fine print. Tear the book in half. Just rip it down the middle. I was working on my toilet paper book. I hate to call it toilet paper. Paper roll holder. It's my TP book. How many of you are doing it with Tanya? Well, Barb, I totally understand where you're coming from. How many of you is doing the TP book, toilet paper book, with Lisa and Tanya? Oh, I've got some more things to do here. I got another bookmark. Kendra is, yeah, you doing it with Tanya? Okay. I've been working on mine. I'm doing it too with Tanya. Barb, you haven't started yet. Okay. I know that the other day we were talking about some of y'all couldn't figure out how to do it, and if you want to do it, I will be glad to demo with these little guys. I've got some little halvesies. I've got 4 of them, and I will be glad to make it into a booklet and make it easy, step by step, if you all need me to or want me to. And but here's what I've been doing on mine. I wrote down some words. I got them out of catalogs and magazines. Yeah, I'm still playing with the TP rolls. Oh, you're still painting them. Okay. I painted these just a few minutes ago. I thought the light colored would show up with the demo if I did a demo for you to help you learn. You just finished the bank book. I didn't do the bank book because I just had too many other things I was working on around here, and I just thought, well, I better not start something I can't really finish. That one stuck. The paint wasn't, or the glue wasn't dry yet. But I just been gluing down some pictures. And this one here came out of my movie catalog that I got. It was a free movie catalog. Can you see it? Some old movie. And I thought it was cute. Yep, I'm just kind of going along, and I've got a few images on my tag, but not the backside yet. I want to do the backside too. Hi, Kim. I came in early and just sort of waiting for everybody to get in here, and then I'm going to make a couple announcements. But I better let this dry before I close it back up because my glue is sticking. I'll stick it over here. And I got on my computer and printed out a bunch of words, and I enlarged them, to make them big, and then I can glue these in my booklets and things to use. These are all things I use. I might be able to use. And sometimes I stick them in an envelope, and I keep a lot of little doodads in here to. Here, Barb, that's for you. I'll put that on your envelope if you win. You like elephants, don't you, Barb? Joyce, my printer, it's starting to do funny things. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Hi, Tanya. I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was talking about the TP book. I got to show Tanya. She deserves a little sneak peek. I made a belly band. Here's my belly band. And it's made out of those leather shoestrings, crafty things you get. I got them in all colors. Yes, it was good. No, I'm not done. I'm still working on it, but I just did a few things at a time. I've got a few more things to do with my tags, and but I did a belly band, and it just slips in there, just like that. And I did a Coptic stitch. I went over to Marie Jenkins's videos and learned how to do the Coptic stitch again. And I think I got enough blue on it to choke a horse. But I did a few pictures in it. I'm still working on them. I want to do both sides. I'm just doing a few things. And and all of my tags are a variety. Some of them have 1 and some of them 2 and some of them 3. They're a variety. But I haven't done the back sides yet. So there's a lot of things I get to do yet. I just decided to go ahead and get the glue or get the paint over with. And I used the decorative scissors. I didn't have one of those little scallop punches, but I just did the decorative scissors, and it looks cute. I like it. I like it. And I sort of stuck with the blue theme. And these flowers came off because I closed the book before it was dry. But I'll fix it. But just a few little things. And I told some of the girls in here, if that haven't started and they want to do it, I told them I would be glad to do one real slow for those so that they could catch up on these little extra ones I have. You're still painting. Well, you know, it took me like 2 days to paint them all because I'd paint one side and let it dry, and then by the time I got back to the first one, I'd flip it over and paint the other sides, and I did that with gesso first, and then I went in the inside and did the gesso, and then I started on the collar. So it's like, yeah, you got to pick them up 4 times. I do love blue. I'm blue crazy. I got this one book. Let's see if I can find it. I love this color blue. This is my favorite colors. I just love that. That's a napkin. That's my color right there. It's kind of a two-tone. But anyway, since we're a few minutes early, I was just wanting to say hello to everybody coming in and to say hi. And I am going to do games tonight, and I wanted to do a drawing for the first prize. Was going to be a coloring book that I have. And I said in the beginning that you had to leave a comment on Where's Your Marbles video. So if you have not made a comment yet in that video, you need to go make a comment so I can see your name and add it to my list. I wrote down all of the people who made a comment. And there are some of you that I see that have not made a comment yet because you're not on here. Hi, steak and fries. So if anybody wants to be added on to this, you still have a few minutes to go over to that video and make a comment so we can make it fair. And what I did is I went from the bottom of the comments all the way up to the current names so that it would be fair. And I named them number 1 all the way down to 26. Joan, I believe you did. Joan, you're on here. I got you. Okay, Tanya. I'll see you after a while, honey. She's just coming in to check on us. I think most of you are on here. Yeah, but Kendra, this is that's okay. Actually, are you on here? Nope. I don't see you, Kendra. Everybody has a chance to. I want everybody to have a chance. Then I'm going to have 4 more prizes in here after that. So So you'll be included in some of the other games. And it's not a great big prize, Kendra. It's just a little coloring book. It's not an expensive one. But it's real cute. I'll show it to you. I might change your mind. Hi, Janet. Thank you, sweetie. Thanks for coming in. I think Janet is on the road to recovery because she's on antibiotics now by her doctor. She just couldn't whip it away with just her own immune system. She had to have a little help. Well, Kendra, it would be just fine. I would not hold that against you. But thanks for being honest. I just like having y'all in here. And we're going to learn how to bind a book. And I've got some samples. Let's see. My sample was my little book that I made in January. And it's a simple 2-hole book, a 2-hole binding technique. Okay. Kim, I got you on my list. I'm going to add you to my list. Good, good, good. I'm still adding some people. Let's see. Kendra, I'm adding you to it. Kendra, you're number 28. And you can go back and watch the marble painting. It was fun. It was a fun night. We rolled marbles all over the place in here. Who else didn't get to be in there? Hi Zoe. Hi, Terry. How to anybody else? I know a bunch of y'all have come in, and I haven't said everybody's name, but hello, everyone, and welcome, Judy and JSC. That's my Ethan. Is that Ethan? Hi, Ethan. I think my grandson's in here. So you all say hello, Ethan. It's either Ethan, Tyler, or Janelle. Yeah, Janet said the most five dangerous words that you can say. Maybe it will go away. Those are the 5 most dangerous words. Zoe, we are going to have a drawing tonight. Okay, Joycey, I'll put you on here. And we're just a few minutes early, so don't panic. Let's see, Zoe. Zoe, I'm gonna add you onto the contest, okay? We're gonna have a drawing, and I'm doing a giveaway, okay? I've got your name, Zoe. Got you covered. Who else didn't leave a comment? That leaves 30. Me too, Holly. I was saying hi to everybody, so. Well, Janet, I don't think you abused yourself, but you just thought that you were stronger than you thought. But I'm glad you're on the antibiotics now. That'll help. Uh, I've got Zoe already on the list, Holly, so don't worry about her. I think most of y'all, rest of you are already on it because I've got 30 names. Well, thank you, Kendra. Thank you, Janet. You know, uh, I'm not trying to be famous or anything, so really all of those things don't matter as long as I have you guys. You're the only ones I really care about. I don't care about YouTube. But anyway, we're going to give a giveaway here in about 5 minutes, and we're going to have a drawing, and it's just a coloring book, but it's a cute one. It's really nice, and I think I'm going to have to go back and get another one because I love it so much. Show the love. Thank you for showing the love. So anyway, I think I've got everybody's name right here. And it starts from 1, which was the very first comment, all the way down to the last ones, which are that I just got just now. So what I did, and Joe is my witness, I went to random.org earlier today, and I got a sequence of numbers, and you can get more than just one. So it picked a whole bunch of numbers for me, and I chose between 1 and 50. And so the grand prize, which is the book, it's going to be off of this list. And this will be, even though there's just 30, if the number we pick is over 30, then I'll have to go to random and get another number. Holly, you are rooting for that book. I know you are. You're really, really trying to get it. Tear it in thirds now. Here we go. But anyway, I went ahead and I picked 5 numbers. So I'm going to, and the numbers are inside and they're sealed. And I have a very bad short-term memory, so I don't even remember what the numbers were. So they're written down, and I sealed them, so I don't even remember the numbers. Okay, so they're all mixed up, and now I'm going to put 1 to 5 on these envelopes. Okay, and then you get to see me open them when we play. So anyway, while we're waiting for, because I told everybody I wasn't streaming till 6:30, we're going to wait till maybe about 6:45 before we draw, okay? To make it fair to get everybody in here. So I thought I would, some of y'all was wanting to know how to bind a book. And I have a couple of examples for you. And I thought I would start with this one first. To bind a book, you need an outside cover, And in this particular instance, I'm using plain old construction paper. Nothing fancy. And I used my woman's catalog over here, the clothing catalog, and I cut a woman to put her on front. And then, if you want, what did I have in here? We had a couple of words. Couple of words. Ooh, they're gone. Oh, there they are. We can put this on the front of it. Awesome or adventure. I think I like the adventure. So if anybody wants to play along, all you need is some paper if you want to play along. So you've got the outside cover, which is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger than the inside cover. Fold it in half. Now, if anybody needs for me to explain anything, I will. Okay, but you're going to have to speak up so I can watch for you. Type it in big caps, and that way I can see if you have a question for me. And you all can continue to talk among yourselves too. I don't care. But anyway, this is how we do a book. Then I have two pieces of paper here, and I folded them half. And to make it look nicer, I just used decorative cutting scissors. You don't have to use decorative scissors. You can use whatever you have, okay? Then it's folded in half, and then I paper clipped it and centered it so that it's exactly in the center of my paper where I want it. Okay? Now, when you want to poke holes in this, it's important to poke it on the very seam and not on the side. Because if you poke it on the side, it's not going to fold right. So you want it in that dead center on that line, on that fold, right? So in order to get that poke it straight down, I used a book. I used a book that I had in my hands just a second ago. And it's gone. I used a book like this, any kind of a book. A phone book works really good. Hi, Marianne. So I laid my book in the middle of the spine of the book, the big book. So I have that particular angle, okay? And I just took my ruler and I measured from the top of the page or the top of the spine, whichever one you want to measure. The top of the page to the bottom of the page is 8 inches. So I just did 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. I just marked it 2 inches, every 2 inches. I don't need one on the very bottom or on the very top. And that's how I got those 3 dots. And while this is in the big book, in the spine, you can take a credit card and push it down into the spine of the book, right? So that you know it's straight down there. And then you take some kind of a pokey tool and you just push down and make 3 holes. 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't hurt your book. And this is a craft book anyway. And that's how I got my 3 holes. Any questions? Does everybody understand that or know how to do it? Does anybody need any help? Let me know. So anyway, after you get this far, okay, got it. Good, good, good. After we get this far, we're going to get some thread, and I'm using embroidery thread. You can use yarn, you can use string, you can use anything you want. Now, these holes aren't very big, and this is perfect for this particular size because it's not real thick, and I'm just doing it easy style. And the amount of string that or thread that you're going to need, I like to go 1, 2, 3. And if you're brand new, let's go 4. Just because I'm not I'm frugal about a lot of things, but I also want to make this easy for you. Hi, Sharon. So I want to make this easy for you. Now, since these holes are nice and poked through, and they're pretty good size, I'm going to pick an embroidery needle, which has a blunt end. But you can use a sharp end. There's no right or wrong. But the blunt end one has a big eye, so I can thread my string, my thread. So I'm going to put my embroidery thread just like that. It's not hard. Now, I like to leave my string hanging on the outside because I like to hang danglies. And I can give you some samples of some danglies. Right here. This is one of my last year's books. And I left my string tied up outside. But you can also tie it inside. But as you can see, I like to add some beads and little charms and things on the outside. So this is totally your choice. Yes, Holly, you can use staples. you can if you've got a long arm stapler, you can open your book and staple it down the middle. Yes, you can. Is that what you're talking about? Hi, Artsy. Hi, Marilyn. Oh, I mean, Marianne just did a 9 signature. Yes. Okay. Well, the reason why I'm just doing 1 signature is because some of the girls uh, wanted to see it done a little slower. So that's why I'm going real slow. So we're doing it simple. Okay. Yeah, but Holly, you're probably crafty. Okay, Lisa. Okay. Uh, I know that the girls that just came in last, Lisa, you're on the drawing. I've got your name. You were the first commenter, by the way. Marianne, did you make a comment on for the drawing? Let me see if Marianne's name's on here. And it is not. Marianne, do you want to enter into my contest? I'll put your name down right now. And Sharon, are you on the contest? Have you made a comment yet? No. I'm going to add Sharon on here too. Marianne and Sharon. I'm adding your names to the contest. Okay. And Sharon, I'm adding you to the contest. And I think I got everybody else on here. Did I enter? I don't remember. Sherry, let me check. I think you did. No, Sherry. But I'm going to add you right now, Sherry. Okay, I've got you on here now. And Whispering. Hi, Whispering. How are you? Have you been in here before, Whispering? Yeah, I got you, Sherry. Marilyn's already in. I got Marilyn. And I got Sharon. Okay. Welcome, Whispering. We're a craft show, and I was teaching all the girls how to bind a book. So I'm just going to go on with the next step. But again, you can have your tails inside and dangle inside or dangle outside. And I'm going to dangle them outside. So that means I'm going to start on the outside. So I'm going to go in the top hole. Hi, Carol. Hi, Eva. Eva's in the contest. And Carol, would you like to be entered into my contest? I'm gonna hold a drawing here in a few minutes. You have a chance to win a coloring book. We're having a party. We're celebrating. Woohoo! So anyway, I'm going in, but I'm going to leave a lot of this out here. And so I'm just going to tuck it up underneath one of my paper clips. And then I'm going to pull the string through till all of that's tightened up just a little bit. Can you see that? This is my end. And Lucia, hi. I don't have Lucia on my list. Lucia, would you like to be entered into my contest? I'm giving everybody a chance. I'm going to add your all's names so you have a chance to win. There's Aunt Beck. I don't think Aunt Beck put her name in on my list. Okay, here we go. We're having a party. I got Carol at 34, 35. I'm going to put Lucia, Lucia McGill. Okay. And I've got Kim already. Now we're going to do Aunt Beck. 36. Aunt Becky, I'm putting you in my drawing. Hi, Becky. Becky's in on the drawing. I've already got her name down here. Mitzi, I think you're in here, aren't you? Yeah, Mitzi's here. And Becky's here. I don't know who Greg is. Okay, Becky, I understand you're not going to stay long. You're ripping down the shelves, but I put you in the drawing. Have fun with Greg tonight. Enjoy. I don't know who Greg is. Becky had her chimney got blown off the top of her house, so she's got a hole in her roof. So she's got a mess. Susan Gerald. I don't think I have your name on here. Susan, I'm adding you to my drawing contest. I'm glad I wrote all these down before you all got in here. Okay, that's 37. Oh, I was talking about Becky's. It was Becky's. Is it Becky's roof that got, or the chimney that blew off, or Lisa's? No, Susan, I'm putting you on my list for the contest. I've already got your name down. So anyway, I'm going to finish binding this book real quick so you all can see what we're doing. So I pushed my needle down. Now I've lost my needle. Don't tell me. I don't see it. Uh-oh. I found it. I'm terrible about getting things confused. It's hard when you meet a lot of new people at once. I'm bad. I'm a bad girl. Sorry. Anyway, so we've got the top stitch done. Now I'm going to go straight into the bottom one. And then I'm going to come up the middle one. And go out the top one. And with 3 little holes like this, it's very easy. So then you've got your tail already out here, and your strings are kind of, you don't want to rip the paper, but you want to make sure they're no loose strings are in there. And all we do is tie a knot. Somehow I'm confused. I did it wrong. Oh, we were live, Susan. Oh, how funny. Yeah. You can't get to the beginning. We are the beginning. Well, anyway, we got enough string here, so I'm going to go back in the center. And come out the bottom, and then I'm going to take my string up at to the top of the top string, and we're going to tie a knot right there. There's lots of videos on binding. Yeah, Mary will be here in a little bit. So anyway, let me tie this knot, and we will do our drawing. So there we have our book binded. And I'm just going to give it one more knot for good measure. So we've got enough string here to tie on some decorations or anything. So now you can take your paper clips off, and your paper will stay centered in your little booklet. Like that. Oh, confusion when I open the video. Okay, me too. You too, Lisa. Okay. Okay, Lisa. You've got to go get your son. I understand. You know what? I have watched some of Ann Osborne Reed's videos, and she's good. Oh, okay, Janet. Well, you know, Marianne, I have a trouble remembering everybody that streams too, and so when the people that I want to watch, I hit the little bell on them, and then they come up on my phone, and I get to see them. You know, it reminds me to go watch them. And of course, if you miss them, you can always go back and watch the video. Mary, Mary, Mary. Mary, I'm going to put you down for the contest since you're in the room. Because Mary didn't sign up either. That makes 38. Now, is there anybody in the room that is not on this comment list? If there's anybody in the room that's not on the comment list, or they don't remember, I can look because I wrote all of the names down. I want to make the contest fair. I've got all the names here and here. I'm down to 30, up to 38 names. And this is how we're going to play the game. I went to random.com already, and I have them pick a number between 1 and 50. And you guys help me out and tell me which envelope should I start with. Pick a number between 1 and 5, and that'll be the envelope with the winning number. Simple, simple. 1 through 5. The first one comes up is the one I'll pick. 4. Envelope number 4. Okay. I'm going to pick the first one. Thank you, guys. So this is going to be the first prize winner for my anniversary of 100 subscribers. And as of today, I have 147 subscribers. So I'm very, very blessed. Okay, here we go. Here's the number. I just hope it's not a high number. 45. Okay, this is a dud because we only have 38 entries. So the second number was 1. So Brittany, I'm going to pick envelope number 1. The number has to be less than 38 because that's who's playing. 30. Let's see what the winning number is now. The number is 38. You all picked it. You all picked it. Guess who wins? Guess who's last in the room? It's Mary. Mary's the winner. Was that fair? That should be Mary. It is. So Mary's going to get this little book. It's nothing expensive. It's just a little book. Coloring book. But look at all the patterns in it. She's going to love it. And I don't know if she skipped back out of the room. She was in and out. So anyway, congratulations, Mary. You will be getting this book. It will be going out into the mail tomorrow. Okay? That was the grand prize. Okay. She will love that. Do y'all want to continue on? I've got 4 envelopes that I'm going to give away. And I don't need those. So I'm just going to shuffle them up. Now I want you all to go ahead and let me type in a number between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. Between 1 and 50. Type a number in, all of y'all. And the first one that hits the number without going over, the closest to the winning number without going over, will win one of these. Beautiful envelopes with marble paper and little goodies inside. And these are just little paper scrappy things that I've gotten off my table. And I think I got some sticky notes over here. It's all slowed down. Everybody get their number between 1 and 50. And only once, of course. You all know those rules, I hope. And the first one, without going over, will win. I'm going to type stop. Hi, Elsie. We just had a contest. You can do the next one. And I'm going to pick number 2 to see what the number is. And the number is, the winning number is 17. Who was the closest to number 17 without going over? Holly. Holly was 17 on the nose. She was the first one. If there's 2 people who pick the same number, it's the first one that gets it. So Holly, this is yours. You need to message me through Facebook on Messenger. Message me your address. Winner 17. Do you all agree? Was that agree? You all agree? Holly, Holly, Holly. Okay, good. I want to keep it fair. That one goes to Holly. Okay, for anybody who just came in, we are giving away three. I've got three more to give away. I'm going to give away these envelopes that have nice little goodies, punches, and napkins and painty papers in it and stuff like that. So we're getting ready to do it again, and I need for everybody to type a number between 1 and 50 in the chat. Only once. Between 1 and 50 for the next one. And all the numbers are flying. They're flying high. Holly. I see you, Holly. Yeah, since you've already won one, you need to give everybody else a chance. Good girl. Everybody get their number in. Give everybody a chance. I don't see it moving. Oh, good. Here's a couple more. Okay. Now, Holly, you've already won. I'm not going to give you a chance to win again, okay? All right. I'm going to hit the stop button if everybody's in. Okay. And I'm going to pick this envelope, which is number 5. And there's a number in there. And the winning number is number 6. Who has number 6? The first person with number 6. Or the closest to number 6. And I believe, is it Kim? Is she the closest to number 6 without going over at number 2? She picked 2. Like the Oscars. Woohoo! Okay. Kim, you are the winner of this envelope. I need for you to message me through Facebook to give me your address. Kim Caress. Congratulations, Kim. I know you're still in here somewhere. Oh, Zoe, what can you do with an iron in art? Oh, honey, you could do lots of things with an iron. You can do crayon art and iron it under wax paper. I've done that before. Okay, Kim. Well, it's under my name, and if you message me, I will accept you as a friend, and I will accept, so you can message me. It's under my name, And the picture is me and Joe, I think, in my Facebook. And if you want to try to look for the group name, we do have a group name if you would like to join. It's under Beth's Crafty Mixed Media Room, but they're both under my name. And if you have a problem with that, then we can make arrangements. Yes, Zoe, crayon art. I would love to show you some crayon art and melt and use an iron. I can do that for you. Janet has posted a shortcut to the Facebook group if you would like to go there. And it's under Beth's Crafty Mixed Media Room or Beth Schuler. Okay? But I've got your name here, Ken. And if something comes up, you just let me know somewhere on either in here or leave me a message on the comments or something like that. I've been reading all my comments. So, but I want to get this to you. This is just a little bit of me saying thanks for being a part of my streaming and my crafting, which I love to do. I love to teach. I love to show y'all how to do stuff. And I just like being with you. And this is just a little thank you after I reached 100 subscribers. Just a little love. Now, since you've already won and Holly's already won, I'm going to give away 2 more envelopes and let the other girls try to win something. I've only got 1 more envelope, but we'll get another number here in a minute. So, are you girls ready? I need for you all to type in a number between 1 and 50. A number between 1 and 50. Type it in now. And it's the first person that reaches that number without going over, or the person closest without going over, wins. Okay. I got a message from Holly. Okay, Holly, I'll get it in a few minutes after I get off. Thank you, Holly, for that, for your address. So, goody good. And I'll give everybody a good chance to get in there. Well, now, Nancy, 0 is not a number between 1 and 50. So 0 doesn't count. Okay. Has everybody got their number in? I'll wait just a few more seconds. Sometimes it takes its time. I don't see any movement. Okay, we're going to stop. And I've got another envelope here we're going to open up. And the winning number is 29. Okay, the closest number is the first 28. Elsie, you're the winner. I think Elsie's the winner. Do you all agree? Do you all agree? Elsie's a winner. Woohoo! Elsie's the winner. Let's see, Elsie. Yeah. And I just happen to have your address. I thought I had it. I still have it. So in case you haven't moved in the past month, Elsie, you don't have to message me, okay? I've got your address. Sorry, steak and fries. We got one more to go. We've got one more chance for you, steak. Okay? One more chance. Give Elsie a congratulations. Okay, Elsie. Thank you, sweetie. I'll get that out to you tomorrow. It's not a whole lot. It's just a little bit of odds and ends off my desk. Okay. We got one more. Now, Steak, you be nice. It's going to be okay. Steak, steak, steak. Hey, they're rooting for you. They're rooting for you, Steak. We're going to do it one more time. Hi, Lynn. Running errands. Lynn, you better hang out for just 30 more seconds. We're getting ready to do a game if you want to play. Okay, I want everybody to type in a number between 1 and 50. If you've already won, you got to be a good sport and let the other girls try to win. Between 1 and 50. And this is the last prize. It's just a little envelope with some paint, marble painting on it. Marble painting. Okay, now I've got to see if I can find what is the name of the is it generator? Random.org. It's random. That's what we want. Random.org. And I have to get a number. Everybody get their numbers in? Okay, I'm going to hit stop. And this is I got between 1 and 50, if you can see my phone. And I'm going to generate, and the results is 11. Number 11 without going over. The closest one to number 11. Janet, you got a chance. I think Janet got it. Woohoo! The moderator got it. Yay, yay, yay. Well, congratulations, Janet. Listen, girls, I want you all to give a big hand to Janet. She has been such a big help to me. I cannot express. And Janet, I already have your address from an ATC swap we did. Congratulations, Janet. And all the winners, congratulations. That was fun. That was good. If I can continue to do live streaming, I think I probably will continue to do giveaways like this. If you all don't mind little desktop scraps and love, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, I'm going to show you another. I'll leave my address book out. Another book that I did. I wanted to show you this book for all of you all who don't know how to do anything. This is a book that was already stapled. You're welcome, Holly. Yes, and you'll get a chance to do it again, Steak and Fries. Don't you worry. We'll get you something one day. You're welcome, Janet. You deserve it. Janet is awesome, yes. But this book here was a pamphlet that I got in the mail, and I painted the pages. It says, rendering your units. You may redeem all or portion of your units anytime by sending a request. I was trying to figure out what this has something to do with brokers, bank. It's some kind of an insurance book or policy book from the bank, and I can sort of see some of the words, but I can't make heads or tails what it's talking about. So anyway, I repurposed this whole little booklet by just painting the pages with craft paint. Okay, Lynn, drive safely. Are you going to continue to listen in? Okay. You're welcome, guys. So anyway, this is just a glue book, what I call a glue book. And I painted the papers, each page with craft paint. And if you get a book and the pages are not thick enough, you could always glue the two pages together, and that'll give it some stability. And then you can continue to paint your pages. And then on this middle page, I just happened to have some papers. I had green, pink, and orange paper. And I ripped them all up and glued them down, Mod Podged them down. So I recycled some junk mail, the booklet, and I recycled some trash, some things I was going to throw away, and made it into a pretty page. And I can take and do some kind of an artwork on here now. And then this page, I glued down an envelope, a white envelope, and then I put paint on top of it and that gave it texture. It gave it the texture, and it's ready for an art job. I did the same thing with this side. I put some papers down. It made the paper thick, the page thicker, and then I just painted it. So you can do this too. If you don't have any art supplies, just save your junk mail and find out what you can do with your junk mail. So this art book, I did this a while back, and I had it in the drawer. I've got these little 3 drawers underneath my legs, and I haven't been in that drawer for over a year. So I found a little gold mine in there today. So I wanted to share and tell you, that you could do this, and all it cost, the only thing it cost me was some of my craft paint. And I love blending the colors. I love blending paint. Exactly. I love scraps of paper. And sometimes when I get salads, I buy my salads in these. I don't do it very often because they're expensive, but sometimes when they're on sale, these plastic tubs have your baby spinach in it or your mixed salads in it. This plastic tub did. It says organic spinach spring mix. So I washed the container out. So every time I do an art project and I have any scraps on my table, I throw them in this bucket. So, it's just like a little treasure trove of odds and ends and things. There was some tissue paper that I got at a yard sale the other day, and I just stuck it in here because I know I'll get to it. This is not trash. This is to be reused, recycled, and repurposed. Look at all this stuff. And this here came off of my tablecloth. It came around I bought a tablecloth last summer, and this was around it. And I use the tablecloth all the time, and it's got Velcro on it. And I thought, well, I could bind a book with that. Make a book cover or a closure. Wouldn't that be cute? It's already got the Velcro on it. And so there's lots of things in here I can do. I can reuse. So that's how you start, by saving your scrappies. And then let's see, what else have I got? I have another notebook here. This was like one of those daily journal books. Hi, honey.
Still doing?
No, we're still talking. Say hi, Joe. Joe, say hi.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
I make him say hi to you.
I got you some lemons.
Oh, okay. Thank you, honey. My neighbor's got a lemon tree, and Joe goes over and talks to him every now and then, and he lets us have them. Thank you. But this was a journal that I quit using, or the dates were off. So I took each page and I glued a half a sheet of paper on both sides of the page. So I got this side, and then this is the page, and then I got the other side. So I've got 3 sheets instead of just 2 sheets. And then I did this through the entire book. I've got the main page, and I glued a sheet of paper on this side and on this side. And then after I did that, I went back and I started painting pages one at a time. And it was kind of like a little hobby. I'd paint a page, paint this side, I'd paint this side, and I'd lay it over here and let it dry. And then after it dried, I'd come back and bring it over and paint the next 2 pages so they wouldn't stick together. So now I've got a nice little art journal out of an old recycled book that I didn't use anymore. Hi, Dawn. So that's what I did. And so this is a, it was something that I didn't have any use for anymore. So I just added some copy paper, typing paper to it. That's a piece of typing paper folded in half and laid on there. And then I painted each side. So I can use it as an art page. I can do anything I want in it. And I'll probably will use it as an art journal. And I just finished up an art journal book today. I finally finished it. There's no more blank pages in it. No more things I want to do to it. So it's ready for the bookshelf. And then I have another one here. And this book, let's see. I think it's just I think it was just a brochure that I got that had some real estate in it, vacation stuff, like a advertising, and it had staples already in it. So it was a strong paper. It was nice paper. So it was heavy paper. It was thicker than newspaper. So I took the book and I started painting each page. And it's ready for journaling. This one's nice. I might do this one next. I like the pages. Yep, it's fun making these things. Oh, Dawn. Well, congratulations. She's 3 away from reaching 1,000 subscribers. How nice is that? Congratulations. This was my 100 giveaway. I did a little giveaway earlier, and I gave away a coloring book to the winners, and then I had some runners up. So I had a little game to congratulate and thank everyone because I had over 100 subscribers. Yeah. So anyway, this is just another way that you can use your junk mail that you get, news flyers or something. And I have something else here that's a piece of junk mail. And I think this was an ADT alert security system brochure that I got in the mail. And it's a trifold. So I've been putting paint on it, trying to cover up the print. And I'm gonna put it in my art book and do some art. I'm gonna do some art on it. Yeah, I got over 100 subscribers in 1 week, and I'm already up to 147 subscribers. So I'm very thankful, and I'm just having a lot of fun doing this. I just didn't think that this was something I should be doing, but Joe bought me the camera and said, you could do this. You're good at it. You'd be good at it. So Joe is the one who encouraged me to do it. Yeah. And I'm just showing off stuff that I do, what I like to do. Now I've got another art book I want to show you. This is one of this year's art book. Thanks, Joycey. You're sweet. Thank you, sweetie. That's easy to do, Dawn. And it's easy for me because I'm not working anymore, so I'm retired. And right now I don't have a set time. So this book here, isn't it pretty? Look how pretty. Look at that pretty paper. That's some of my painty papers. I decoupaged this book. That's some of my painting papers. I did this on the jelly print. We can do that sometime too. I like the jelly print. Thank you, Dawn. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. And well, I'll tell you this, everybody. I have done crafts in an assisted living for like 5 years for the people in the nursing home. And I really had a good time. And I have a therapy dog that I took with me. And Abby, she's right here with me. And so I kind of get it naturally. So I've done this for a long, long time, but I've never done it online. So now I'm reaching out to other different people. This book, this nice big binder, cost me $1 at the secondhand store. Okay. I've decorated the inside with scrapbook paper, and this is wrapping paper. And this book, I have to show you the back, was some kind of a home do-it-yourself book. Let's see. It was called Creative Home Decorating Book, is what this book was. And it had all of these pages in it, like learning to rag walls, learning how to put wallpaper up, learning how to do borders, learning how to hang, rearranging pictures. It's all about home creating, home decorating and stuff. So I got the book because I thought, well, I can art in this book. And each page opens up. Okay, so there's an open, an inside, a front page, and then a back page. So I kept all the pages in here, and there's lots of room to grow. So I'll go back here to the beginning. So I've been gessoing the pages, and I've been using each one of these pages as an art page, a journal page. Okay, don't burn anything, Holly. She's cooking dinner. Oh, I'll tell Joe. I'll tell Joe, Carol. I will tell him. Oh, I see, Dawn. If you have one of these and you don't use it anymore, it's time to repurpose. So anyway, this says count your blessings on the inside. The front one says it's about time. It's got clocks. And then the back side is butterflies are free. And as you can see, I've got quite a few of them. Some of them aren't finished, but I've got them started, like with the first layer and a paint job or something. But there's a lot of them that are finished. So we'll go through this and I'll show it to you. See? And it only cost me $1 at the secondhand store. So you can repurpose any kind of a book. I liked it because it was on this this big 3-ring binder, and it's the kind of binder that it opens up flat. This one has, now I'm not trying to push anything, but I do Bible journaling. So don't be offended, okay? If it's not your thing, it's nothing personal, okay? This is what I do, okay? You can do, I want you to do your artsy thing. Do your art, do what you love. Do what you love, okay? But this one is an art journal, a Bible journal. And it's about one of the books in the Bible called Psalm 74. And I did a Bible devotion one morning, and I did this. And a lot of times I'm inspired by other people who do devotions too, and I watch them online and do them with them. And this one says easy living in art. And it is also in another Bible verse, and it's about hiding your talents. Don't hide your talent. So, and this one is about how the fish in the sea were created. And this one is cute, and it's called Birds of a Feather Flock Together. It's not Bible related. It's just a saying. And I've got bird stencils on the back. You can see the birds real good. So anytime you want to do an art page like this, I will be glad to do something with you. You know, this is what I do. This is what I like. This page is a piece of wallpaper, and I tried to doodle. I need Mary. Where's Mary when you need her? I tried to doodle on those red things, and don't they look like lips? So I thought that was cute. I was trying to make lips, but I failed terribly at that. So, but anyway, here's a cute one that we could do sometime. It's called My Glue Stock Just Went Up. I thought that was kind of funny. Every time I buy a bottle of glue, I tell Joe, do we have any glue stock? We might as well, because I'm buying it. And this is just simply something I cut out of a wallpaper book. Yeah, okay, Janet. Yeah, Mary's going to come on here in a little bit. We're going to go to her house, go to her stream, and watch her doodle tonight. So here's another one of those pages that I haven't painted yet. So I've got to paint this side and put some decorations on it. But I started on the inside. And the inside, I've got some decoupaged, some paper. And then I've got some pink spots. And it was probably leftover paint from another project. There are no dumb questions. What is a wallpaper book, Becky? I'm glad you asked. Do you have paint stores around you? You know what a paint store is, where you go in and buy buckets of paint to paint your house with, like Sherwin-Williams? Do you have one of those kind of stores? Well, sometimes those paint stores carry wallpaper, and wallpaper is some sort of a print that it comes in rolls, and you put it on your walls. It's an old-fashioned wall treatment. Okay. Well, so you know what wallpaper is, Becky? It's kind of an old-fashioned, something that your great-grandmother would have done. Well, anyway, these stores, they'll have these wallpaper book samples that you look through. Okay, okay. Well, when every month they get a new one in and they throw the old ones away. Exactly, for accent walls and borders, so you do know. Well, the hardware stores that sell paint, they might also sell wallpaper, and if they do, then they throw them out when they get a new one in because there's no sense in keeping the old book. And if you ask them, they'll save it for you. And I've got a book over here I'm going to show you. So this came from Sherwin-Williams, and it's a big wallpaper book. Actually, this is a smaller one. Not as big as some of the others. And in it are samples of wallpaper. These are samples. So this whole book has got tons and tons of wallpaper in it. And I use this in my art. And this book was free from Sherwin-Williams because they got a new one in, a modern one. And some of these have been discontinued so that it's easier for them to just send them a new wallpaper sample book. Does that answer your question, Becky? Yes. And you can ask them to save you the old ones, and you can use them in your art, and they're free. They don't sell them. They throw them away. And see this pattern? I'm sending this to Mary. I've already got her a little envelope started for some Happy Mail. So she's going to get this, and she's probably going to doodle it. It's got a texture to it, but it's a wallpaper. But doesn't that look like some of her Egyptian style designs that she's been looking at? Bye, Crafting with Furry. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Nice meeting you. I'll see you again soon. So anyway, this is a wallpaper book. And sometimes they'll have, this one's all living room, formal dining room stuff. Isn't that pretty? Wouldn't that be pretty on a big background page? I love that. I have too, Joyce. I've hung a lot of wallpaper. My grandfather owned a paint store, a paint factory. And then when he retired, he downsized and he went and he started a paint store where they retired. And he had a little paint store. And I don't know how many days, every summer we would go on vacation to see them. And I'd sit in the front and look at wallpaper books, and he would be in the back, fixing paint orders. I know, Holly. It's nice. I love them. Anyway, here's another art page that I did, and this one is just off of regular notebook paper. And I did this for Valentine's. And I put it all hearts on it. And then the back side is it's decorated, but there's nothing on it. It just has music paper, and you can see the paper. It's that graphic grid. It's gridded paper. So anyway, I folded it in half and put the 3 holes in it and put it in my art book. So there's room to grow in this book. And this page is just, I just put some paint, some textbook papers down. It's not didn't have any paint on it yet, so it's ready to roll. So a lot of these are just ready to go. Looky here. See this cow? It came out of a wallpaper book. It's easy art. I took an old insurance book and I wrote on every single page something about art. Art is cool. Art is fun. It's easy art. And I wrote all kinds of things so I can just rip a page out of it and use it anytime I want some kind of wording and inspiration. See if I find some more than papers. There's lots of ways you can make stuff for your art. I don't have them at my fingertips. But here's another art page that I did. There's a bird, and I put some writings in here. I wrote a little bit myself and some more writings, and then a little cluster of a butterfly and some flowers and a little piece of ribbon. It's like a little cluster right there. Okay, Janet. Now I'm waiting on Mary to start her stream tonight, so we can hang out till she comes. Here's another art page that was inspired by another artist, and it says "Let go and relax." And I stamped these on with some stamping letters, and it's just paint and stencils, and I cut out I used lids and made circles and traced them. And if you haven't seen this girl, you need to go look her up. Her name is Noit, Noit Art, and she has a channel on YouTube, and I love her. I love everything she does. And I think she lives over in the Sicily area, Italy area. So this is like a tip in here. And here's the back side, and it's a tip in. Oh no, it's one of those trifolds. Looky here. Another trifold. See how that worked? And it's art time. Art. And all I did was stamp. I have some dictionary pages, some magazine paper, some painty papers, some music paper, and I collaged all the paper down first. This green is wallpaper, and this art time is printed out on cardstock, and I've stamped in a clock, and here's a watch, came out of that free watch catalog that I ordered. So there's watch, time, and clocks. So it's art time. Doesn't that make a cute page? Yeah, Lisa, we're still here. We're waiting on Mary to come on next. We're just kind of wasting time till she comes on. Oh, she lives in Israel? Are you talking about Noit Art? Okay. Well, I knew it was overseas, and I knew that she traveled a lot, like to Rome, because she talks about it. And I thought maybe she lived close by, but she lives in Israel. Okay, that's great to know. Okay, Dawn, we'll see you soon. See you later. We're just kind of hanging out till Mary comes on. Yes, and guess who won the book, Lisa? You're not going to believe it in a million years. It was Mary. Mary won the book. And she came in and was flying through and said, I have to go. And I said, okay, I'm going to put you in the contest. And she was the very last name on the list. And that was the number. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The artist I was talking about was called Know It Art. Noit Art is her channel name. And Janet has put her channel address up there. And looky here, here's another cow that came out of a wallpaper book. And I did a zebra page. Here's my zebra stamp. That's a stamp. Just simple little art pages. Fun to do. Fun to do. I know, Lisa. She just came in for 3 seconds, I swear. And I don't even know if she heard me. And I said, well, Mary, I'm putting your name on the list because you didn't do it. And I was adding anybody else who came in too. So there was lots of girls that got to be put on the list. And it was the last name. And that was the number that was drawn. Okay, Joyce, gotta let the dog out. I understand that. So anyway, I'm just showing off a couple of art pages until we go to Mary's. Does she come on at 7 or 7:30 at Central Time? I can't remember now. She told me. I think she said 7:30 Central, so it'll be 8:30 before she comes on over here. But anyway, this little art page here, you can see all the animals on it. There's a cow, a butterfly, a frog, a hamster, a cockatoo, a koala, and a dog. And I think these are all wallpaper, came out of the wallpaper books. This one might have come out of the magazine, but I think the other ones came out of the wallpaper book. Lisa, you're going to like this art journal because it's got a lot of Bible journaling in it. Okay, about 40 minutes. We're just sort of hanging out until she gets here. But this is one of my art journals that I do. I'll show it up close to you, Lisa. Lisa does some art journaling, and I follow her a lot. And this was just an art page that I did. I had a square sponge, and I painted it first and made the black square sponges, and then I stenciled some ivy, and I had these flowers and a piece of ribbon put on there, and I just put a simple Bible verse about I am the true vine and my Father is the gardener. Trimmed it in gold. And then I just take and punch 3 holes in it, and it goes into my booklet here. I got this book at the secondhand store for $1. So I'm repurposing this book. And looky here, this is a doily, and I stamped a butterfly on it. And this one's got a flower on it, a doily. And this page here was just a stencil, and it's got some paint, all kinds of paint on it. But the stencils was a stars on the stencil. And I found this bird, and it says, be a star, just be a star. Just a simple art page. It was a decorative book, a creative home decorating book, and all of the pages in it all flipped out like this. So I Mod Podged and put painty papers down and paint on them and redone them. So that's how come they all flip out. They just flip out. This was a doodle page, a pick. Lisa, this came from one of your pick 10s. And it was something about fish, and then it said pick, and then it had gold or copper or something, and so I painted the fish copper. And remember, it said waves or water, and I used a doily. This is part of a doily up here, but it was done on February the 4th, pick 10. I've got Lisa's My Eclectic Life here, so I know it was yours. Now, I cut these fish out of a coloring book, but they weren't painted until we had picked gold or picked copper, so I just covered them with that paint, and then I added a little quote to it, make a splash. It's got thread on it. It has fiber. It's got dots on it. It might have been make splatters or something. It's got a household item on here, which is this, looks like a beehive. That was a hot plate, one of those rubber things that used for a hot plate. I remember the prompts. Sometimes I do a little tip in and write the prompts down and put them in as a tip in. Yes, exactly. This is called true mixed media. I love to do mixed media. And this is another one of my Bible journalings, and I have a boat in the water, and then I found a couple of pictures that are kind of dark, but you can see they're in the water in their boats. And here's a boat. And this is the one tells a story about how Jesus calmed the waters. Now this is a fun page, and all it is stamps. Do you have any old used stamps in an envelope somewhere stuck in the bottom of your drawer you don't know what to do with? You're right, Susan. Some of those prompts are just techniques now, Yeah. And if when you play the games with Lisa and Aunt Beck, Aunt Beck plays a dirty dozen and Lisa plays a pick 10. You can really, once you do it 2 or 3 times, you get the hang of it, and every now and then you get a nice piece of art. This is nothing but stamps. Canceled stamps. I used to have some pen pals, so I had a lot of stamps. And now this one is a song, and I used music paper and drew in some music notes and wrote down part of a song. And I've got another book over here that I wrote down. I put my favorite song in the book. And this was a pretty one. And I think this was inspired by Lisa. She left the room. I have to ask her. But it's about shelter and protection. So I used sand and a beach umbrella. And I wrote something down about shelter and protection under the umbrella. And then I added a little tag. I had these little notions in my in my scrappies, and I just put them together like a little cluster and hung them on with a piece of yarn. Makes a cute page. And now this page is just already stenciled, ready to use. And looky here, I pause for pet-friendly pics, and this is my page of pets. And I did the background page, and I just cut these out of the magazine. Simple, simple. So you see, you could be inspired by just a magazine. You know, I got the big dog in there, and then I found some smaller dogs, you know, and a cat. So anything goes. Here's another page. Now this here is a piece of wallpaper. This is a piece of wallpaper, and I repurposed it, and I painted on the other side. So this has a lot of texture. It was painted blue in the background. This is a stencil, and I took and did it in black, and then on the limbs, the brown limbs, I added gold or bronze to the limbs, the tree limbs, as an accent. And then over here is a stencil that says "Welcome, friends," and I did it in red, so you can sort of see it. I need to outline it, maybe in white or something. I might have to go back to outline it. And then I have a piece of lace along here, but I painted on the bottom. Believe it or not, this green was grass on a gardening advertisement in the newspaper, and I cut that green off and painted more green stems and made it look like grass. So when I glued the lace down, it had these flowers in the lace, right? So it looks like the flowers are growing on the grass and the green part. And then I just went around the whole page with that copper. I do too, Janet. Oh, okay. Yes, I have done the journalings by fives too. I could show you that on another day. I'll show you my journalings by five sometime. And when I first started doing art journaling, I would do those by myself because I didn't have anybody to mail them to at the time. But I did Shannon Green's technique, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I'd set the timer and give myself 15 minutes to do 20 pages. And I could do it. If for those of you who don't know about journaling by five, it's a technique that Shannon Green come up with to help you break a white page. You know, what do you do on a white page? How do you get inspired? How do you get started? And she helps you through that, and it works. I can come up with my own ideas because I've been doing it since I was a kid. My mama started me young. And this was another journaling page. And all I did was I painted the background, and then I stenciled some flowers on it, trimmed it in gold, I printed this Bible verse out and cut it apart by each line and glued it down. Now, that doesn't take a lot of talent to do that. Anybody can do that. But I love it. I love what I did. I love how I did it. And this needs a little glue. Just a little. But it was nice the way I put it down and how I organized it, and it just sort of come out that way. Okay, Janet. Well, we'll have to do that sometime. We'll get a book. I'll start it, or you can start it, and we can mail it back and forth to each other for the next steps. We can do that. That's the way she did it with her girls. That everybody did step 1, and then they mailed the book to the other person with a partner. And do I have a glue book? Well, sort of. This is a type of glue book to me. This is, where you just glue things down on top of your papers. I have an alphabet book I can show you sometime, where I started putting A's on a page, B's on the next page, and I went through the entire alphabet. Okay, Lisa. Well, we can collaborate and do it together, and organize it, and maybe we can get some other other people to do it with us. I would love to do it. Okay, you have an ABC book. Okay, I do too, and I never did do one with objects. I just started out simple. And I'm sure it's over there on the shelf somewhere. I haven't had it out in a long time. But the journaling by 5 is fun. And Lisa, we ought to do a hangout together and explain it to everybody. And then give them a couple of weeks to get all the names in. And then we can divide the names up by 2s, or do a round robin or whatever you want to do. Okay, I did too. I made mine from a composition book, and I glued 2 pages together to make it thick. Exactly. I had each page, and then the back side of the other page was my roll-off, was my roll-off page when I turned the page, and then I had a piece of wax paper down. We can demo it. I love doing stuff like that. And this one here was on the back of a piece of wallpaper book. I repurposed, recycled, and reused. This page here, let's see what it is. We're waiting on Mary, so if she comes on, we can go over to her house. This page is just painted and stenciled and all scrapped up, ready to go for an art page. And this is ready for an art page. It's already stenciled. It's got some major stuff going on there. But all I need is a great big picture and a cute saying to go with it. And this page will be done. So I just work in my books and work on my pages. And this one's all painted up and ready for an art page. Yeah, I've got a couple of journaling by 5s over there. I can show you. This one's ready for an art page. This one's ready for an art. I think I've done showed you all the ones I've done. These are it's just painty papers. And I put the paint on with a credit card because it's real smooth. It's just ready for an art page. Ready for an art page. Every one of these are ready. So that's how I do it. That's how I repurposed a book. And it only cost me $1. This is just ripped paper. There's I've got a lot of ideas for background papers. I love doing background papers. It's kind of my favorite thing to do. I could sit and do backgrounds all day long. But it'll take me all day to do one art page. Because, you want to make it nice. But the backgrounds come out easy. I did another That's all. That's all that I have in this book. But I have another book that I can show you sometime that I did with cat hand. Journaling by 5 books. Okay. Vogue magazines. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, you never went back to finish the pages. Okay. It was stressful but fun. Well, um, a lot of the girls did struggle with the journaling by 5 because they just didn't know what to do next. Didn't you know? But the way you do your prompt games, you shouldn't have any problems now doing it because that's kind of the way the prompt games are. You just do it without thinking. You don't do it with a plan. You pull a prompt and you do it. You just do it. You don't think about the colors. You don't think about the paper. It says add paper, then you just add paper, whatever the first thing that touches your hands. When you add paint, you grab the paint. Don't even look at the colors. Sometimes we do. But I have another book that I did with Cat Hand, and I really like her. She inspired me a lot too. When I first started doing stuff, she was I followed her a lot, and she had this morsel book. I forget what it's, mixed media. Here it is, mixed media morsels by Cat Hand. And in this book, there are 20 different ways to put something on a blank page. That's okay, Barb. We're hanging out till Mary comes on, and she'll be here in about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So we're planning and scheming. Take 5. She did a series called Take 5. She would just do one page in 5 minutes. Yeah. I'll have to look her up. Callie Koo. I didn't know her. I haven't. I don't think I've. I don't think I've done anything with her. Watch. Callie Koo. Okay, I'll look her up. And Cat Hand. This is a really nice book, and this has a lot of things in it that I would like to demo. Oh, Zoe, your man just messaged you. Okay. So, but the first one is a saran wrap technique. And then this was a collage technique. And there's 20 of them in here. This one was an alcohol on paint technique. And I can demo all of these. This is a glue technique, and it has to do with it's raised up. You put the paint down first, and then you take just Elmer's glue and make designs with the glue, and you have to let it dry overnight because it's so thick. And then the next day you rub black on top of it. Isn't that cool? And that's a background page. Oh, mixed media morsels, yes. But this whole book, this is a tissue paper technique because of the crinkly part. You wall the tissue paper up. These are not new. Nobody invented these techniques. These techniques have been going around for years and years and years. Cat just happened to put them together as a group so that I did them in the book so that I can go back through and say, okay, I haven't done this kind in a while. I'll do this one. This one's inchies. This is the first time I ever did inchies. Okay, you did a morsel book. Okay, well you'll have to get it out, and I put Twinchies in here, and this is very similar to our ACC cards. This had to do with circles, fun with circles, and this one was a house out of scrap paper. Me too, Janet. I learned a lot from Janet Green and Kat, and I still watch Kat. I'm doing one now. Um, uh, it's the paper bag book from Cat Hand. Every month she does a page, and last month she did, or the first month she did this, and it was an art page of Create, and she did this was very similar to the way she did it. And then yesterday or earlier this week, she did one, and mine's not very good, but I'll show it to you. It's supposed to be a bird, and it's made out of leaves. And I just glued them down today. Okay. See, we just do the same things, Janet. We're doing the same thing. And then I glued this in the other day. It was a piece of my painting paper. And she did an owl. Well, no, she did a bird. And I had already had this picture in because I liked him. And she's not moving fast enough for me. I'm adding on to my pages. And this was a tag that Sharon Lombard made me, and I've got it in here. And this is the bottom part of the bag, and I made a flip out of it. So anyway, I have more pages to do, and but this is what I've been doing with Cat Hand. So so these are so we could do background pages, and to help people get started. This was another circle page that I did, and I was crafting around because it had circles on it. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I must have missed one because I did the Create and I did the birds. I must have missed one of her prompts, Janet. I don't know which one I missed. Unless I skipped a page. I don't remember I must have missed one. Yeah, my wipe off book, I have a leftover paint book. And I don't know if it's in here or not. What I do with it? It's on my desk somewhere that I put paint in. It might be over here. Here it is. This book here is my leftover paint. Yeah, she does one a month. And the only one I have is the Create and the bird. But I've been doing my own. I've been doing some others. Night, Carol. Thanks for coming in. But I put all my paper paint in this book. It's just a composition book, notebook. And now I need to start using my papers. This is leftover washi tape. So this is my leftover paint book. So these will make cute things to do out of them. I need to start using them. I've been adding layers and layers of paint. So I'm ready to start using them in my artwork now. And I painted the front of it, of course. So see, like this here needs more on it. So the next time I have black paint or something, I'll use a lid and make circles on it, and it'll look good. It's an ongoing impromptu project. So I do that. But that's fun to do. I like doing stuff like that, and I like doing, going through these. But most of these came from her mixed media morsels. Yes, Janet. I'm working on a altered library book as we speak. I've got this book from the library, and it was discarded. And I've been gluing the pages together, and I tore out a lot of the pages because I didn't want it to be too bulky. So I tore out a lot of the pages and made it real thin. And I've been gluing 2 and 3 pages together. This has got like 2 pages together, and this has got 2 pages together. I was doing 3, but 2 is plenty in this book, because by the time you add some papers to it, some underpants, it makes it real thick. And I made some half pages in mine too. I folded the top down and folded the bottom up to make a tag page or something. I don't know what to call it. I got one right here too. I just folded the top down and folded the bottom up, and it makes a little tag in there. And then I did some at the top. I folded them up, and one at the bottom. Like this one here is at the bottom. I just folded it halfway down. Oh, you use them as wipe-off books. Okay, okay. Well, I've got one book that I paint in, and I paint pictures in it to practice pictures over and over. And then I've got this one. And I started this last week at the art bar. One of the girls that goes to the art bar, Denana. So I love the way these feel. And I've got a real big thick dictionary, an old dictionary, and that's where these papers, yellowed papers, come from. And I think I want to do all of the pages like this in this whole book. But I glue a little bit and let it dry, and then I'll glue a little bit more. Okay. I know. I just like doing stuff over and over and over. When I was real young, I went to this program that the unemployment office had for people to be tested to see what you were good at, to see what kind of job you should try to apply for. And of course, I've always been in nursing ever since I was 17, but I went anyway to see, if there was anything else that I'd be good at. And they told me I would be good at an assembly line. Hi, Giovanna. How are you? Well, good. Well, we're just going to be here for just a few more minutes. We're waiting for Mary to start. I haven't got a notification yet. And we're getting ready to go to Mary's channel after this. We're going to go channel hopping. And we've just sort of been shooting the breeze, talking about art and art pages and how to do a blank page. And right now that I'm showing off my altered book that I just started last week. And all I'm doing right now is gluing the pages together, and then I'm going to glue these underpants on, these library pages. I'm ripping them up and glued them down randomly. And I'm even leaving the edges a little bit rough, but not all the way, because these papers tear very, very easily. These old ones, they're very old papers. It's an old dictionary. So we're just shooting the breeze. And I can't wait to do something in this book, something fun. My underpants. Yeah. Laura Marie Jenkins, she's a mixed media artist that lives in California somewhere. And she is a mixed media artist, and she calls these papers that you put down the first layer for, an underneath texture, she calls them underpants. She's the only one that I know that calls them underpants. She's real nice. And we've been doing a lot of her projects. But this book here, this didn't come from the library. This was a book that I had. Actually, I did buy it from the library. It was a discarded book, but it was a diet book. And I tried this diet and read at least half of the book, because there's some of my writing. So I read at least half of the book, and I may have gone a little further, but the diet didn't work for me, and I tried. So now I'm on the keto diet, and it's worked. It's been very long and hard, but it works. So anyway, we were also talking about journaling by fives, and Lisa wants to do it, and Janet wants to do it, and I think Barb wants to do it. And so we're going to all get together here in a week or so and try to get it going so we can do journaling by fives. It's fun. It's like a game. Okay, Sharon. Okay, enjoy your dinner. So, but I think that's going to probably be our next big hop. I guess you can call it a hop. Yes, it will. Oh, my dolls. Did you like them? Okay, I did finish them the other day. YouTube was having trouble, and I was going to post them, and I never did get to post them. I'll do that tonight. I'll show them to you real quick. We're waiting on Mary. Here's my big mama. But these are little bookmarks. You can put them in your book. See? And here's daughter, dear. And I tried to braid her hair, but it was real thick. I did it all right. And this was one of my original girls. And here's the card. Okay, Holly, we're waiting on her. She's not here yet. I don't know where she is. She's got 1 minute. I'm just showing off the rest of my dolls that I made. And these got pearls. This is Mama. And where's Daughter? I guess this one's Daughter. Mother, Daughter. They have black patent leather shoes on. Mary Jane's. It's just paper. Uh, Scrapbook paper. I like her hair. And this one's got paper clips, and she will paper clip into the book. And this one's got her figure. I put ponytails on her. There you go, Janet. But they were just cute little paper dolls. It took me 2 times to get them all done. I made too many, but I'll give them away. Just a little some fun. Just a little fun. And this one's got a flapper dress on. Woo! She could dance. And that's all the dolls. So that's one project done. Now I'll just have to decide what's next. Oh, Janet, I used to eat yogurt too, and it's not. I can have plain yogurt without any flavorings in it, but it's got too. But it the regular. It doesn't have too many carbs if it's plain, but if it's got flavoring to it, it's got too many carbs for my diet, for the keto diet. Oh, you sell the real rag dolls, not just the paper, not what I just did in paper. I see. That's wonderful. The red hair, well, there's orange hair. This one, this is Aunt Josephine. Aw. Aw. Well, her hair's it's more orange than red, but I guess if you're some redheads have a little orangey in their red, isn't it? Wow. Well, you know, my grandmother my grandmother was kind of a strawberry blonde uh, tint to her hair. But all of us have, I have brown hair, mousy brown hair. Brunettes, I guess. We're brunettes. Well, listen, guys. I know Mary is going to be on here. She said she was going to be on here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Oh, it wasn't my idea, steak and fries. You're welcome to make them. And I got the idea to make those rag dolls from Chelsea on the internet. SHEL-C. And that's where I got the idea from on a video. And you can Google the ragdoll, paper rag dolls. You can Google that and see other videos. Yeah, we're still waiting on her. Mina, there she is. This Mary Altier right under your name. You need to click on her little round emblem. Click on that little round thing and go to her channel and subscribe to her. And you'll go to her channel. She's getting ready to go live next. Mary, did you know that you won the grand prize tonight? You are the winner. I put your name in on the contest. You won. Okay. Well, then you know how to get to her channel. But she's getting ready to come on now. We're signing off, Mary. We're coming over to your house. Yeah. You were the very last person that signed up. What did I do with the book? Mary, you're not going to believe this. You were the 38th person on the list, and this was the random.com number for the first place winner. I'm going to make an art page out of that. That was so funny. That was so funny. You were the very last person to pop in, and I hollered at you, but you might have slipped out before you got your message. And I said, Mary, I'm putting you on the list. And it's a good thing I did, because nobody would have won. And you're going to get this wonderful coloring book. And guess what, Mary? It's patterns. This is an omen. You were supposed to get this book. These patterns are going to be on your doodle thing. Look at these patterns. This is nothing but eye candy for you. I'll show you my favorite. This is my favorite one. You can do every one of them on your cards. Look at her. Cool. Anyway, you go ahead and start your channel. I'm going to mail this to you, Mary. Congratulations. And we're all coming over to your house. You're not sure you can use this on your channel in your doodle art? Well, if you can't use it, then you can find something to use it for. Janet, she's going to paint them all black and gold, huh? If she has to, she has to. Oh, I see, the copyright. I don't know. I don't know. Even if you were to just to do that one little doodle thing that you do. Okay, well, will you look into it? But anyway, this might give you some ideas or some inspiration, Mary. You can do some inspiration. Okay, well, there's 19 of us in here, so I'm hoping that the other girls will come on over to your house now. We've already put the link in. Okay, Mary, we're coming over. So, guys, thank you so much for the evening. It was a nice evening with you. Yes, inspiration for sure. Okay. All right. Good night, girls, and I'll see you all soon. I probably won't stream again till, oh, I don't know, tomorrow, tomorrow, the next day. You're welcome, Steak. I'll see you guys soon. Night, night. Mary's on. Mary's on. Okay. I'm clicking it.